Did you know that the Fountain of Youth, a legendary spring that supposedly restores the youth of anyone who drinks or bathes in its waters, has been a subject of intrigue for centuries? This wellspring of eternal youth and health has captivated the human imagination, weaving tales of ageless sages and everlasting life. From far-reaching legends to tantalizing tales, the Fountain of Youth remains a beacon of hope for immortality. But is there any truth to this legend, or is it just a product of our imagination? The tales of the Fountain of Youth go back to the times of ancient civilizations. It's a captivating story that has been told and retold throughout the ages, captivating the minds of young and old alike. Picture this: ancient Greece, the birthplace of philosophy, science, and countless myths. Among these legends, the writings of Herodotus, a renowned Greek historian, stand out. He was the first to pen down the existence of a fountain that was believed to hold the power to restore youth and vitality. The tales speak of waters imbued with magic, capable of reversing the hands of time. Such a fascinating concept, isn't it? Fast forward to the times of the Romans. They too held a similar belief. The mythical water source was said to be protected by the gods, a divine gift that could bestow eternal youth upon those who were worthy. The Romans, known for their grandeur and opulence, were fascinated by the idea of a never-ending life. But it wasn't just the Greeks and Romans who were enthralled by this concept. The story of the Fountain of Youth traveled across the globe, resonating with different cultures and civilizations. Native American tribes, for instance, had their own versions of this legend. They believed in a magical spring with restorative powers that could cure illness and prolong life. The Fountain of Youth is more than just a myth. It's a symbol of mankind's timeless desire, our ceaseless pursuit for longevity and vitality. It's an embodiment of our collective fear of mortality and our innate wish to defy the natural order of life and death. The allure of this mythical fountain has not faded over the centuries. It has, in fact, grown stronger, permeating our literature, arts, and even our modern pop culture. We see it in our endless quest for anti-aging remedies, our fascination with tales of immortality, and our relentless pursuit of scientific breakthroughs that could potentially extend human lifespan. Even today, the quest for eternal youth continues. And who knows? Perhaps the Fountain of Youth isn't just a legend. Perhaps it's a metaphor for something greater, something within our grasp. Only time will tell. A key figure in the Fountain of Youth mythology is the Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de León. This renowned name is often cited in connection with the elusive fountain. However, a little historical sleuthing reveals a tale that's far from the commonly accepted narrative. In the early 16th century, Ponce de León, already famous for his role in the colonization of Puerto Rico, embarked on an expedition. Legend has it that he was lured by the promise of a magical fountain, capable of restoring youth and vitality. His destination? The uncharted lands that we now know as Florida. But here's the catch. There's actually no historical evidence to suggest that Ponce de León was searching for the Fountain of Youth. Shocking, isn't it? In fact, the official charter for his expedition, granted by the Spanish crown, makes no mention of any such fountain. His mission was to explore and colonize unknown territories, not chase after mythical waters. So, how did we end up associating Ponce de León with this age-old legend? Well, the answer lies in the power of storytelling. The tale of Ponce de León's quest for the fountain first appeared more than a decade after his death in a chronicle written by Gonzalo Fernández de Oviedo. Oviedo, a critic of Ponce de León, perhaps sought to belittle him by portraying his voyage as a foolhardy quest for eternal youth. Over time, this narrative was repeated and embellished until it became accepted as fact. It's a compelling story after all. An intrepid explorer, a mysterious land, and the promise of eternal youth. It's the stuff of adventure novels and blockbuster films. But just because it's a great story doesn't mean it's true. The real Ponce de León was a man of ambition and courage, driven by the desire for discovery and advancement, not by the pursuit of a mythical fountain. So if Ponce de León didn't search for the fountain, where did the story come from? Well, that's a tale for another scene. The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. Stay tuned. In modern times, the Fountain of Youth has taken on a metaphorical meaning. This has less to do with the physical spring that restores youth, and more with our relentless pursuit of vitality and longevity. We see this manifested in the multi-billion-dollar industries of plastic surgery and anti-aging products. People go under the knife, inject toxins into their faces and slather on creams and serums, all in the hopes of turning back the hands of time. We're not just talking about a few isolated cases here. These industries are booming, indicating a large-scale global desire to retain youthfulness. Then there's the scientific community. Researchers are tirelessly studying the biological process of aging, trying to understand why our cells deteriorate over time. There's talk of telomeres, the protective ends of our DNA strands, which shorten as we age. Some scientists believe that if we could halt or even reverse this shortening process, we might unlock the secret to eternal youth. Now, let's delve into the murkier waters of conspiracy theories. Some theorists suggest that pharmaceutical companies might already have a cure for aging, but are suppressing it. Imagine if a pill could grant you an extra 50, 100, or even 200 years of life. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? But why would these companies hide such a revolutionary discovery? The answer, theorists say, is money. Aging comes with a host of health problems, each requiring its own medication or treatment. If people stopped aging, they'd stop needing these medications. So by keeping the cure under wraps, pharmaceutical companies would ensure a steady stream of revenue. Of course, these are just theories. There's no concrete evidence to support them. But they do make you wonder, don't they? We are all, in our own ways, searching for our fountain of youth. It might be through a skincare regimen, a healthy diet, an exercise, or maybe even through a bit of wishful thinking about secret anti-aging pills. But the question remains, is there a real fountain of youth out there? While the existence of a magical fountain may sound far-fetched, science has its own theories. Imagine if we could unlock the secret to eternal youth, not through a mystical fountain, but within our very own genetic code. Recent advancements in the field of biotechnology suggest that this might not be as impossible as it sounds. The key lies in structures called telomeres, which are found at the ends of our chromosomes. Like the plastic tips on shoelaces, telomeres protect our genetic data, making it possible for cells to divide. However, telomeres shorten as we age. Scientists have found that by extending the length of these telomeres, they might be able to slow, halt, or even reverse the aging process. In addition to telomere extension, another promising area of research is gene therapy. By modifying our genes, we could potentially eliminate the diseases that come with old age, thereby extending our lifespan. Scientists are already using gene therapy to treat certain genetic disorders, and it's not entirely unrealistic to think that this technology could one day be used to combat aging. But with these scientific advancements come a host of ethical questions. If we could live forever, should we? What would be the societal implications of a population that never ages? And who would have access to these life-extending technologies? Would immortality become a luxury only available to the wealthy, thereby deepening the divide between the rich and the poor? These are complex questions, and ones that we must grapple with as we continue to push the boundaries of what is scientifically possible. But for now, the fountain of youth remains a tantalizing myth, a symbol of our collective desire for immortality and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. Could the fountain of youth be more than just a myth? Perhaps with the help of science, we might one day find out. So after all, is there a fountain of youth? Or is it just a figment of our collective imagination? We've journeyed through history, dug into the Ponce de León connection, explored modern interpretations, and even dabbled in the scientific possibilities surrounding the elusive fountain of youth. Each avenue intriguing and filled with its own set of questions and theories. The historical journey highlighted stories from different cultures, each with their own version of a life-giving fountain. Ponce de León's quest for the fountain of youth, while a fascinating tale, may have been more about political maneuvering than actual belief in the existence of such a fountain. The modern interpretations of the fountain of youth range from the metaphorical to the literal, with some believing it represents the human desire for immortality, while others believe it to be a physical location yet to be discovered. The scientific possibilities we explored have shown that while we may not have found a literal fountain, the quest for youth and longevity is an ongoing endeavor in the scientific community. From genetic manipulation to advances in medical technology, the pursuit of life extension is very much a reality. However, the final verdict isn't ours to give, it's yours. We've provided the information, the stories, the theories. Now it's up to you. Do you believe in the existence of the Fountain of Youth? Or is it merely a symbol, a metaphor for our endless pursuit of immortality? Whether real or not, the Fountain of Youth continues to captivate us. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments section. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the mystery of the Fountain of Youth. Thank you for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the world, and remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction.